Am I strong? I gotta give it a go, yeah. I gotta grind, working for money in the door, yeah. Stop wasting time, you wasting your time, bro.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel with the same group. Go ahead and introduce yourselves real quick and let's get ready.
Sheldon from the Bahamas, y'all know what it is.
It's Theo from Vancouver.
All right.
Y'all
First
toxic.
And these guys are toxic, hella toxic. We already had a toxic conversation before the camera, but we're about to bring in the real topic. So, y'all believe in gender roles? Yes? No? Gender roles?
To not blur the lines, I'm gonna say no. Obviously, there's certain aspects where I think maybe yeah, but generally no.
I think generally yes.
I say yes too. You want to explain why? You say no?
I say no?
Yeah.
Because I think at the end of the day, well, y'all made a point before the camera started rolling, like at the end of the day, naturally there's a certain order of things. But as humans, we differentiate ourselves. We have taken the time to differentiate ourselves from the rest of the animal kingdom. So we should have been more elite, be more advanced, and we superb over them. At the end of the day, it's a part of our nature as well to evolve. So everything is supposed to stay the same. So if we're going on for nature and evolution, at this point in life, or at this point in our evolution, if we're sitting down and they're picking on who should be doing what, I think it's a waste of time. Like, I know how to cook, I know how to clean, I know how to do laundry. Naturally, based on what we're talking about, those are supposed to be things women are supposed to know how to do. Women are still making more money than men. Naturally, men are supposed to be providers. There's some women out there that you probably can't provide for because of the way they live their life. So the order is kind of messed up at this point.
Yeah, those needs versus
No matter.
But I mean, for sure.
Gender role is gender role.
I mean, understand what type of woman
a gender role is a gender role, bro.
Understand what woman that you're going after. Like, if she, that's a whole different conversation. But
no, it's not. It's a part of the same conversation.
Nah,
you trying to obscure this perspective to drive your point, which is fair. It's cool. But at the end of the day, why you gotta understand?
To the point.
Why you gotta understand that woman you're going after? Because at the end of the day, a woman should, to your point, gender roles, a woman should be doing this, should be doing this, should be doing this.
It definitely depends, though. I mean, like in your example of like the whole pay gap, like yes, if your woman is making more money for you, she's still gonna want to feel secure and like protected outside of maybe like the money realm. You know what I mean? You're still gonna be like the man of the house in terms of like if it's 2-3 o'clock in the morning, someone breaks in. Like gender roles traditionally, who's gonna go downstairs and make sure everything's safe?
Yeah,
the man. You know what I mean? So I'm saying in terms of like those sort of gender roles.
We're talking about gender roles right now. So your
in
wife
terms of like safety, like I'm not gonna tell my
I'm
girl to go downstairs.
No, I want you to answer that question.
I did say no, I don't believe in it, but there's certain circumstances I do. So that kind of.
But I want you to answer that question, Andrew. You and your wife.
Someone breaks it.
Yeah,
I gave you see what's going on.
Never your wife.
No.
So you do believe in gender roles?
I said there's certain circumstances.
But going into what he's saying though, I think also when it comes to like cooking, cleaning, and that sort of thing, like I don't necessarily think like the woman should be the one. So I know I said yes, there's gender roles, but I think like gender roles through like as society's changing, I think it's starting to change. I mean, I grew up in a household. My dad served in the military for 8 years. He was more so the cleaner of the house. So like he was the one that was doing our laundry. He was the one that was cleaning up. Yeah, my mom would cook the meals, but he was the one vacuuming on the weekends and like making sure our rooms were clean. And like I still looked at him as a very masculine man. And like he still had like that kind of father role in our home, you know? So for me growing up, I'm like, all right, like just because I'm a man doesn't mean I can't clean.
For sure. So before you speak, right?
Go ahead.
I made a very specific point that I can stand on to the entirety of this question that we're going through. At the end of the day, through the process of evolution, things have most definitely changed from the natural way of things, the way people consider.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, things have changed. We live in a different world. But I mean, to my point, I'll say yes. I believe more in like team. I believe it's a team. You know what I mean? So what I mean by that, to make it make sense, is that whatever relationship is, you got to define who's doing what. Like the 50-50 can work if you guys have a purpose and you guys have a plan. But I do believe that God has made a plan that men should be doing this and women should be doing this. And out of the womb, you know, I won't say out of the womb.
Did God not also give us the decision to make our own choices?
For sure, you have free will.
Okay.
You have free will.
Okay.
But there's a guideline of how you should live your life if you want to live a life that's going to be destructive or a life that's not, you know. You reap what you sow. You sow, you know what I'm saying? But the point that I'm trying to say is that as a man, being born, I'm naturally stronger than most women. So it's already a different balance in this situation. I mean, you can disagree with me or not. I'm naturally, so just like it's certain things that they're not gonna be able to do that I can do. Just for example, if someone's breaking to the crib, you know what I mean, and it's a woman, you know what I mean. Shout out to my wife. Oh, it's a woman. Go ahead, you take care of it. Like,
nah, bro, that's not gonna be the case.
You know, we can't be flipping things. You can't be you can't decide to be a man as a woman sometimes, then flip the switch and try to be a woman.
We in 2024, right?
All right, yeah.
I need to tell people what they can and can't do, or who they can and can't be.
Yeah, I don't realize even some modern women want a man that kind of believes in those more traditional male roles. Like they want a man that's willing to. He wants to take the trash out. He wants to mow the lawns. He wants to protect the house. He wants to bring home the bread. Like it kind of depends on what you feel like your partner like kind of wants and kind of what they feel like their role is and what's too much for them to take on.
All right, let's just go down the list of just asking some things like what are men role versus women roles? Like taking out the trash. Who should be doing that, man or the woman?
Man, I think man.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
One, because it's trash. Two, it revolves going outside. So at the end of the day, it's putting whoever going to take the trash. To be honest, in the world we live in now, you're putting stuff in harm's way.
Sure.
So I believe
what's core value? The trash. If filling that bag is like this,
it doesn't matter. You go inside, something can happen outside. Anything can happen outside. When you leave your house,
what if it's in the morning?
It don't matter when it is. When you walk outside your door, anything can happen to you.
See,
that's my belief.
I think some women. Look, I think the man should take out the trash. I think some women might disagree, especially living in. It ain't too much crime out here. It's like what you worried about? Oh, there's no bag of trash. I can do this because most women out here they independent. They don't need no niggas.
I'm sure some women are gonna be like, "Well, I'm capable of taking out the trash."
Take out the trash.
Yeah.
Okay, take it when I'm home. Don't take it around me. Yeah. Take it when I'm home.
So I think we can all agree that like more times than that should take out the trash.
Yeah. We said cooking. Let's stick with that. I think for me personally, I love to cook. So my shawty, we're gonna be splitting that role. You know what I mean? We're gonna be splitting that role.
We splitting that too.
And I think that can go anyway. So
yeah, no, we splitting.
Cleaning's the same thing for me. Like we can go 50-50. I mean, a lot of couples I've heard do like, okay, if the one partner cooks, the other person cleans, type of thing. So that's why I feel like
we may clean, like put the dishes away in the dishwasher, or like you wash.
Either or, yeah.
Clean the whole crib.
Sure. Vacuuming, steaming.
No, we split it. What you asking me?
Like cleaning.
Yeah, we split it.
Split that. Yeah. So like me, I think that's more of a woman's job, to be honest. Because and hear me out. I'm not like I'm a decent clean person. I can make something look decent, but like it's something about a woman's touch that
so I can agree that 100%. I've been in situations where like I think I clean, but like it's like you saying, but that woman's touch is just like
really
that woman's touch.
I disagree with you on this one. I mean, for me, like I live by myself here, and I feel like my apartment is going to be cleaner than some girls I know who will be living on their own. What? Just because I live in a clean crib?
In our generation,
because I live in a clean crib.
You have some dirty females out here.
There are some dirty females.
I just want to throw that out for my boy.
I've been to some houses.
Peterson.
Who?
Peterson. What's his name? Jesse Peterson.
So wait, you're saying that it's beta to have a clean crib?
No.
Okay,
I'm saying like your crib is way more cleaner. Like I think some women they'd be like, it's almost like the same like oh he's too pretty. He's prettier than me. I can't be with him. Your crib is cleaner than mine. Like, hold up, you know what I mean? They want to get something wrong with you.
I haven't experienced that in my own life. I feel like if anything, they're like, okay, this dude's got his life together.
I like that. You know, I like it clean. I like a clean place. I just think that a woman touch is just much better. That's just me.
Nah, I don't know about much better, but like I said, I've been in a situation.
It's much
I think I have the place nice and tidy.
Well, you got a really good woman.
No, you could do that a little bit different.
We got a nice feminine woman who enjoys doing that. That place is spotless. Like I can vacuum, I can get the vacuum and I can do my thing, but it's like when they come to cleaning the windows, everything like that. They in that place is fancy. Even the organization, a lot of the times, it's just so much better. They just like move, get out of this place. I got it. I'm like, I bet you got it.
So you find that attractive?
I love it.
That's so sexy.
It's so what?
That's so sexy.
Sexy. Yeah, I mean she.
Why are you glitching?
Glitching. I was glitching like this, bro. Huh? Glitching.
Yeah, you glitching style. Yeah.
What are some other things that y'all want?
What y'all you going cooking again and that's all we do just now? I mean, I guess you be talking about jobs like
laundry.
Nah, I think laundry is a split.
Now just a split.
I think depending on schedules, how the clothes pile up, I think lunches a split. I mean, I can be honest with you.
All right, buying groceries.
Now, I think women grocery shop better than men.
I think so too.
I think women go.
I do think they're like
way more organized.
Right? They're more organized. Like
I think women are way more organized when it comes to grocery shopping. Like me, nigga. I think I get a good grocery shop. I go to the store and I always forget something.
Yeah,
why?
Me too.
Even when I write a list sometimes I just forget. And I see my ex do this before. Like she'd go to the crib, see what's missing, what's needed, and then right me, I just go off of what I didn't have this, I didn't have that, and I write down everything I need, and I always forget something. So I definitely think women are way more meticulous when it comes to grocery shopping.
You sound like a little baby.
Me?
Yeah.
What you think? You think men should?
I mean,
grocery shop?
I think it's cool. I like to go.
I promise you, good look at this nigga fridge or cupboard. Something lacking somewhere, nigga. He can't bug me.
Nah.
What about like if you guys move into an apartment together? Like, who do you think should design the place, or like interior design, or like buy the furniture? That sort of thing.
I mean, I think as a woman, I think because women know how to make a house a home.
Right, I agree. They do. Well. I agree with that as well.
For me, I don't care about that stuff enough to have an opinion on it.
Right. Like, I don't care about that. So I mean, so a woman's gonna take control anyways, you know, because they care. You see, I'm kind of like, hey, like I just know they're gonna handle it.
Me, I keep it super simple. A black or white, gray, and I go very basic.
I'm with you.
I don't really care about the aesthetics unless I'm getting into it now, but back in my time, I never really care.
I see.
What about taking care of the children?
That's a joint effort.
Yeah, 100%.
Has to be. Okay. I think any like healthy child needs both like care from the father.
Now, if you're talking about like right out the womb, obviously I think the baby spend more time with the woman when it comes to like feeding and stuff, breastfeeding and all that stuff. I think it's 100%.
All right, let me put a twist to it. Let's say like being the stay-at-home parent, the man or the woman.
Who should be?
Yeah.
Whoever making less money. If you talking logically.
I think traditionally for it to be a more successful home, I think it would make more sense. I mean, for the man to be out there kind of providing, the woman to be at home. I think that kind of traditionally it's worked more.
Yeah,
and we've seen that work more as opposed.
And they want that more too. Like to be keeping the buck. Like some women say that, but until they have children, they're like, yeah, I'd rather I could just chill and be at home.
Bro, and that's what. So this is what I'm trying to get you back to nature. We are providers, protectors, preachers. So that is in our nature. But like I say, the times have flipped. So let's say you're showing you making more bread than you. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get her pregnant. You can't find a job that pays more. What you doing?
Don't answer that.
if it's what the family needs, of course I'm gonna stay home and take home the kids. But I think a lot of the cases women will say, okay, yeah, I want to make the bread and everything. Then they go and live that life and they're away from the kids so much that they start to realize like, hey, maybe this isn't what I want. 100%. And I've heard this in like several other podcasts and even psychologists talk about this. So I just think like traditionally it usually is more successful where the man can at least provide and the woman can nurture and care.
Now to answer your question, I'll be the team player. I'll be the team player. Like if I gotta do that, for sure. You know what I mean? Hopefully I got something else coming in. So
like hustler.
Personally, I don't think I can do it. Personally, I don't think I can do the stay at home that thing. But like you say, if it's like taking one for the team, or if that's what the situation is required, then it is what it is.
You have patience for the baby? You don't have patience?
I got a lot of patience. Yeah.
You do or you don't?
I think so.
Yeah.
At one point in my life, I probably would have said, hell no, but based on the way my life went over the past couple of years, I definitely have patience.
Any other general things y'all want to discuss before we move on?
I mean, I think it's a very broad topic, so we could keep going if you want, or you can move on to the next question.
Because I know I started off with saying, like, yes, I think there's gender roles, but then, of course, I gave plenty of examples where men do more of a female role. So, I'm clearly coming back to it just depends what works on a relationship.
I mean, we can go into, like, field careers. You know what I mean?
I always going to play devil advocate.
Okay, like occupations.
No, you don't play devil advocate. Go ahead. Then we go into career fields.
That's what I said. Okay, so go with, let's go, I can just list three, because I know we can bounce, but doctors, nurses, construction.
Let's go with construction. Or let's add one more. Let's go with paramedics, because that's like a controversial topic.
Paramedics controversial?
I mean, like if I just knocked you out right here and there's a fire and it's a female who can't lift you, but she got the job because she had to do the female requirements. I think they got to be like I don't know if I'm flipping this to like gender roles or there should be like standards.
I see
for like what men and women should be able to do in certain.
You think that woman though would be on a crew by herself without a man?
I just gonna say I get what he getting at, but I would hope the people that run them systems ain't that dumb to put two women who are capable of moving a body.
That's what I'm saying. Like usually they would at least
911. There's a fire upstairs, and I think someone's trapped in the room. They don't know who's in there.
It don't matter.
Oh, let's go see.
If the system,
if your life depended on it, you don't want to. You don't want
I
nobody.
know, but if the system's smart enough, they should send. Because paramedics usually come a crew too. You'd want to like not just a brain and a bronze, because that makes it too surface level, but someone that's capable, bro. You need to be prepared for the situation.
Alright, G.
And if they ain't thinking about it, then our system just seeing as advanced.
Like man or woman, I just want the person who's suitable to get me out there to save my life. And if she can't lift me up or like carry me down and we both die, I hope my family mad. Sue that whole thing, bro. But yeah, I mean, what you think? Paramedics, you think like what do you think about the situation?
I do think there's women out there that can do the job just as well as men. I do.
I agree, because your only point is physical capability, meaning strength.
And there's definitely some women out there that are stronger than some men.
They need to be
just
fast
as
too. They need to be able to run up there with all that gear on.
Yeah, and I think there are some women that they could do the job.
And you gotta remember, they're trained for that shit.
All right. I mean, yeah, they train, but their test is different than men.
I get it. I realize you love the point of how you think women inferior.
Are inferior? No. I love when women are feminine and in their feminine element. Okay. I love that.
Okay. And they're not in their feminine element by saving lives?
For sure, she can be in a feminine element by saving lives.
That's
a nurturing thing. But I'm just talking about in the aspect of if they're able to do something versus not being able to do it.
Right. And I'm saying
at a high, we're doing something at a high standard. Like at the standard. No. All right, let me make it make more sense. Like this, the whole thing is for equality, you know, and essentially. So if you're gonna do the same job as a man, or the man doing the same job as a woman, it needs to be equal. Like that test needs to be the same.
Yeah.
If you can't pass that test, you shouldn't be able to do it.
That's fair.
Okay. But for instance, I saw a video online recently at a firefighters like convention type thing. They had 5 people at the start clock. They had to put on all their firefighting equipment. Mm-hmm. Okay. There was 1 woman and 4 men.
Yeah.
The woman put on all of her stuff and she was ready faster than the men was.
That's what's up.
So I was like, okay, that's a yes. But then in terms of like what you're saying that like you still don't feel as though, even though that was like a test that was the same, like there was complete equality. They had the same, all the stuff weighted the same, they're clocked the same. And in that instance, the woman was more successful than the man was. And that's like a pretty crucial part of the job, is like being able to put your equipment on fast.
How much faster was it?
It was like in substantial amount. I mean, a good like minute, 30 seconds, I think, to a minute.
All right, then he's gonna put on his gear and he's gonna run after whatever. He's
gonna get the job done faster. Okay. I mean, yeah, possibly. I mean,
it's like, no. We see
you so subjective.
We see confident competition. Sometimes it's not about who can get there fast. It's about who got the more condition. You know, like they picking up a ball, they gotta put it down, jump over it, they gotta hop over this. It's like, all right, they win it right there in the sprint, but they not winning the rest because they gotta hold that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, well, like yes. I'm
not knocking. Hey, I kudos to whoever that woman was. Like
this nigga so subjective though.
Like,
okay, so then I'll kind of flip that. Whereas like nurses, I think since women are more in keen with their nurturing side, I think that is a job that's like you see a lot more women for a reason, just because like that's kind of inherently what women are kind of better at.
Being nurses?
Yes. As opposed to like engineers, it's a little bit more flipped, because I think men are more kind of like their brains are more built to build things, and we like shiny things, and we're just always kind of more fixated.
They want to create things.
Creating
but
things.
Let's go back to the nurse thing though, because
okay.
You know my mind gets a little spinning on that.
Sure.
Like, why do you think that nurse? Like, why do you think women should be in the nurse field more?
Because I think like inherently women are more comfortable and they're better at nurturing and providing for someone. They might go that little extra mile possibly than a man would. So I think that's just something that humans have just like we're kind of built with, to be honest.
You agree?
Yeah, to an extent. But like I say, I guess with evolution, I think, like I said, the lines are becoming so blurred. Like, bro, it's a field that you could learn and you could study. Whoever put in the most work.
For sure.
I think could come up with top.
I agree to that. You know, but I was just thinking like you laid in the hospital bed, like you want a guy coming up to you, you want to.
I want to ever know what the fuck they doing coming
right.
to me.
You see, and then that kind of makes me feel like a hypocrite because at the same time, it's
I want
there is
know
those
the
male
fuck they
nurses
doing,
who
bro.
probably do better jobs than
See
women.
what they did?
So it's just kind of comes down to who does their job better. But I think generally, I think a woman's gonna care about her job. And she might be a little bit better at her job.
She'll be
okay, that's a nurse.
Better at, like, okay,
that's a nurse.
And kind of like whereas men are a little bit more.
No. But that's all he worried about. No, who can be touching him?
Oh
who
my
can be
God.
feeling him? That's what he worried about.
No.
The truth comes eventually. That's what he worried about. No, he worried about. That's why I said. You see what he said? You live in the bed. You worried about the man come pulling up on you. Nigga, I want whoever the fuck do the fuck they do. Nigga, put my IV in me. Put my patches on me, nigga. Give me my drip, nigga. If you know what the fuck you doing, give me me. I ain't give a fuck, nigga, just to do no way shit. Because if I weak right now, I can wake back up and I can remember he was touching me inappropriately. Because I don't know why the fuck you talking about my arm like if you okay with my hand doing this.
I'm just saying, like, a female nurse coming into the room, you know, she checking on things, giving you medicine, maybe you gotta take your blood, you know. Like you, like say you just got beat up, you know what I mean? You want to get comforted when you come to the hospital. You
want some male nurse throwing shade at you.
You don't want no nigga like, damn, boy, you got hey, my bad, bro. Like, damn, you got your nose too? Oh. Go ahead, man. Take them pills.
Nigga, bro.
Why Shawty gonna be like, oh, you okay, Shawty? You okay?
Bro, listen, bro, they have to maintain a certain level of professionalism. I think after they get comfortable, you might catch a little flop, but before they pull up, bro, they treat you like any other case. At least they should.
Women.
They should.
Hey, shout out to my women. They nice. They cool. And shout out to the male nurses.
Shout out to the male nurses. Okay, y'all can get that job done too.
Yeah, but I just know them niggas a little bit aggressive.
You talking from experience?
Nah.
You had a bad experience with a male nurse.
Hey, what we on next? What's the next thing we're talking about? We're talking about the job career fields.
Doctors. You talk about doctors. You spend a whole lot of time. Okay, you spend a whole lot of time talking about nurses. So doctors, they cutting you open. Let's say surgeons cutting you open. They got to feel all of your insides. You rather a nigga fucking crawling up and you a woman.
But when it comes to a doctor, I want, as you said, whoever's qualified for the job. I want some nigga from John Hopkins Hospital working on me. You know what I mean? Someone who got the education. But the thing when it comes to, I think this.
So as long as you fix, you don't mind that doctor be giving a damn. Yeah, that's fucked up.
I mean, it's not like that. He's gonna be like while I'm underconscious, he's gonna be lifting up my baby. You know what I mean? Like,
wow,
he's not gonna be doing that, but.
No, I just trying to pull at him on him.
For sure.
I'm trying to show him how his perception of the situation.
Hey,
so
I'll bring some light to it. But what I'm gonna say is that I think the doctors that's why it can be anyone. But I do think that women, like a career like this, I think that more women they won't be able to have like the family that they truly want. You know, like it takes way too much.
How do you know what type of family the woman want?
I think
the hospital.
I think to be honest, like most women want to be. They want to have children. They want to be home with them.
I think you try to talk for people too much.
I said most women.
That's right. I think you try to talk for people too much.
I tried what?
You try to talk for people too much.
No, I'm just speaking in generality.
Okay, that's right. You mean that? Okay.
I'm being general all the time.
I got you.
That's why I say most. I'm clear with my words.
That can still be subjective.
Subjectives, general, whatever you want to call it.
I got you.
Generals construction. If we're still on generals.
Personally, I believe, but I guess because it's such a rigorous job, maybe it's supposed to be a man's job. But like we say again, with evolution and everything, bro, women join the construction field and fucking shit up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest,
they do.
This guy. They do.
No, I mean they fucking shit up like they're breaking shit down. I mean like they handle the business.
They dropping the glass. They dropping the bricks.
No.
They get niggas hurt. No. I really honestly think
like they handle the business, bro.
I think there's some parts of the construction field that, damn, I feel like I'm downgrading women right now. That might be easier or that they can do, and there's some complicated things that they probably able to do really well. I'm on YouTube all the time, and I see women, you know, gardening. They
probably doing shit that you can do.
Right? Yeah. Honestly, I'm learning from them. I looked at some things because I tried to do the do it yourself, DIY. That's what it's called.
Yeah,
do it yourself. I be seeing them on there. doing that as well.
DIY.
I also
DIY.
I also see them out there thirst trapping the whole time too.
Oh, for sure.
They out there doing their thing. They like this.
No, that's what's gonna get the likes, man. Yeah, unfortunately, but it's true.
I'm like, damn, bro. Next, okay. Nah, construction. I think that can be anybody, but
I mean,
do your team part. You know, don't get somebody something they probably can't do.
I think we talked a lot of gender roles. We should probably go to the next.
Yeah, I agree.
On to the next. All right. Perception of dating. You brought this up. Like, how do we know when we like just talking to somebody, or we're single but we in communication with somebody until we're in a relationship?
You say, how do we know?
Yeah, how do we know? Like, what do you guys think?
Okay.
Did that make sense?
It makes sense, but what I'm about to say, I think I'll bring it closer to what you're saying. I think it's subjective, meaning
For sure.
I definitely think it depends on per person, because at the end of the day, one person's definition or perception of dating can be completely different from what mine is, and vice versa all around the world. Like I was telling Theo this, I know a girl would definitely say, from you talking to her, like from you showing her like a certain level of interest, in her head, like, oh, we dating, potentially relationship. You know what I mean? And I think that's so toxic to think, if I show you some form of affection or attention, you automatically think like, I want you in this way, like long term or like, no, like I believe with each step there should be some form of formality or
And what are those steps then? I think we should kind of break down like what are like the steps
to
between
to relationship?
Yeah, there's like talking,
Yeah,
dating,
so you gotta,
and then like
you gotta meet a person. You gotta talk.
Yeah.
Obviously I think for the talking stage for us to date, there has to be some form of attraction.
Pause. Like, let's say you meet a chick and you went on one date with her, but it was in the past. What do you call that relationship? That was.
Say it again.
Say you meet a chick named Tanya,
Uh-huh.
right?
Me and Tanya been on a
You
date
meet Tanya, and y'all went to Espresso House. You wasn't feeling it. She wasn't feeling it.
Okay.
Maybe I went on it twice. Like
That
y'all
was a date.
separated. What do you call like what you have her? Like, damn, who that? Oh, that's Tanya.
That's
What would you say that?
You'd be
y'all
like,
was-
oh,
I'd say
dated?
no. I wouldn't even say we dated. I would say I was on a date with Tanya.
You see, I would be specific like that too. Oh yeah, we went on one date, but like
Yeah, I've been on a date with
You'd be
Tanya.
like, I was on one date, two dates. You
No,
gotta make it
I
clear.
straight up. I was on one date with Tanya.
yeah, especially if it's just like one. It's different if it's like if you dated a girl and you guys are going on like dinner dates and going out and doing things for like 3 months,
Talking on the regular, yeah, we dated.
talking on the radio. I would be like, oh, we're dating.
But I lost interest or whatever. However, but I believe, like I say, with the phases, like you said, okay, back to the original question. It's talking. I think for talking in advance, a dating, not just one date.
I think that's a slippery slope.
Well,
That's the where like people don't know.
That's-
Are they talking
Yeah.
or are we dating?
And I got something for that later. Go ahead. I got
So,
something
go
for
ahead.
that later.
here's, let me try to clarify from my perspective. Obviously, this is being biased based on my experience and my knowledge. At the end of the day,
Subjective.
yeah, subjective. I'm being very subjective right now. At the end of the day, like you say, the slippery slope is okay. If I talking to you, it'd be like, you got a new thing right now, social media or online dating.
Mhm.
Personally, I'm not a fan of online dating. Like, I don't really believe it. Oh, I find this girl page on Explore. Oh, she look cute. Let me shoot a DM. Like, bro, the way my mind works is either I'm gonna see you in real life or not. You got something got to be going on that page to really pique my interest
Okay.
for me to go out of my way, follow you, shoot you a DM online. Like, that's just me personally.
Okay.
I'm very more in person type of person.
I got you.
So, like I say, talking would be like, I meet you, let's say at the club, or I go to the bar, or fuck, I could even be in a grocery store, bro. If I attracted the girl, I pull up
That's
on
a
you.
better place to meet her.
I think so. Yeah, that's probably one of the best places. Yeah.
I pull up on you, like, hey, what you saying, or whatever. My name is so and so. I start to spark a conversation. That's talking. Can we exchange contacts? Let's talking. Now we exchange contacts. I shoot you a message. You shoot. All this is still talking.
Right.
Where it go from talking to dating per se is, hey, I like to take you up. Not everyone to say, let me take you on a date. Hey, I like to take you up. I guess from where I'm from, it's kind of the same verbiage as let's go on a date.
Yeah.
So from you agree, now we go on this date. This is a date.
Yeah.
Now you have to agree to the second, third, or fourth date for it to become dating.
Dating.
Because a date is a date and dating is plural, I believe.
Yeah. I agree with you. I'm more so in the same boat. It's just like, okay, like you have that talking stage where you guys are just chit-chatting, but you haven't like quite met yet.
Yeah.
And then once you go on like several dates and you guys are consistently seeing each other like weekly or multiple times a week, then I consider that like dating. And then from the next step in terms of relationship, of course, you need to have that like,
Hold on.
okay.
This is the important part now.
Okay.
And that same part before you go to the next step.
From dating to an actual relationship?
Yeah, I know what I'm about to say. So in that dating phase, is it wrong or not to be dating multiple people? Because some people do try to fuck people up.
That's a great question.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
Because some people, what people have a tendency to do, and I've experienced this in my life. Oh, well, I like you, so in their brain, you only supposed to be dating me. But we never had that conversation. We never had that formality. So now I on the back end, I might like you too, but I'm still trying to see what options are there.
Yeah,
that's a double standard right there. How would you feel if you dated someone
and she talking to someone else?
Yeah,
I wouldn't feel no fucking way.
Not at all.
No. I mean, actually, let me be very transparent with you. Even if I feel some type of way, I'm emotionally mature enough to know, bro, you need to check your feelings because at the end of the day, you never made it clear to this girl, I want to exclusively date you.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Exclusive. Yeah, I want to. So even if I have something in my heart, bro, I bury it real quick. Real quick.
All right, look, what about you?
Because it wouldn't be fair for me to
What about you?
I think it's, if I'm out there dating multiple people and she's dating multiple people, I think it's completely fine. I think once you get into the conversation like, hey, like, I want to be exclusive and just date you, then you need to have that conversation. And once that, I'm going to be a man of my word and I'm not going to be dating other girls.
Y'all niggas tripping, bro. I'm going to disagree.
Like, you don't think you can date multiple people?
No, let me say it like this. Like, if I'm showing interest into a girl.
Well, you think you're narcissistic?
Narcissistic?
Yeah.
No.
You can be.
I done a test.
Anyway, no. Going back to your point, I want to hear this. I want to hear how you disagree with us.
No. Look. Like, I think that people can do this. Like, so I think that people can do this.
Yeah.
But women can be lying to me when they say this. But most of the time, when they have an interest in one guy, they're not even looking at the other again.
Right.
They're not. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm gonna feel a certain type of way. It's like, if she got this type of energy, I know what she can be like if I was to go to the next step. If that makes sense. So that's a turn off. That's a turn off.
Like
if she's like texting other guys and things like this, but she's like seeing them in the same way that she's seeing me, like I'm gonna feel a certain type of way.
Yeah, but see,
I don't feel it.
But are these the type of girl that you view her as like, okay, I can actually really see a relationship with this girl, or is it someone you're just kind of casually like?
Oh, I that's the thing I'm playing.
Yeah, because there's like some girls, it's like, oh, I'm kind of casually dating. I don't really even see her all that seriously. So like, hey, I don't really care.
Oh, that situation.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that situation.
Whereas if it's like a girl that like, oh, like, we've been dating for a month and now I'm like, I really see a future with this girl, I would tell her like straight up, like, yeah, like I'm not really talking to anyone else, and like
I'm not really talking to
you know, I'm not talking. I'm not talking to anyone else, so I want to be exclusive. And if she's like, well, I still want to continue dating other people, then I'm like, well, okay, you're not for me, you know.
You just brought up the point I was trying to speak. You speaking like different levels, because you saying, okay,
I didn't know what level y'all was on.
No. When I say levels, like you jamming a lot into it, because you say when a woman really interested in do, like, she don't really be entertaining a lot of situations. Like, while that is true, I'm gonna say back to what he's saying. Like, I think even though everyone don't acknowledge it, women still give us like that unspoken like leadership role, because like you say,
I was gonna get back to that.
If she into you, she might set up niggas on the line.
She might.
But she's waiting for you to tell her.
Yeah, she might
set
up niggas on the line. But she waiting for you to make that move to be like, hey, like,
I want you to be my girl.
Yeah, I'm really interested in that. And then for her, it's easy to just wipe that shit off.
Yeah.
But if you ain't bringing that type of energy, then she keeping those lines of communication open, because why put all the eggs in one basket if this nigga showing you that he X, Y, and Z?
All right, let me throw the curveball in there, because I wanted to get to this, and I'm kind of skipping it. Some other points that I wanted to address, but it's just like, to some women, if you hit, y'all together.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit, y'all together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, what you doing? You hit me, you talk. Who's showing you on your phone? Y'all never defined that line, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, she already made something in her head. You feel what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah. I think we've all been in that situation.
So it's like, of course, like, they want the leadership in the situation of whatever y'all is for the military.
But I still think that's toxic as fuck.
What?
That is toxic as a motherfucker.
Because
you let me fuck. Yeah, because you let me fuck. I'm not going to bring me together. No. Like, even if I bring up to you like, hey, exclusively, then at that point, if you have them emotions in your head, you need to set that boundary. Hey, I just let you hit. Like, it's me or nobody else. That's being accountable and respectful to yourself.
I mean, you gotta understand, like, sex is powerful.
There's also those women that to them sometimes it might not be like, oh, they're fine with you just hooking up with them as well. Like, just because you hooked up with them doesn't mean you're together. There's also, I'm playing like the
I know. But I know that realm exists. I was speaking to what he's saying. Yeah, those type of women, you probably, like you say, you wouldn't
No, I put thumbs back.
Yeah.
I'm in that category, bro. Yeah, it's like,
but to your point, I just think that's a bit delusional, and I think that's toxic.
I mean, I think to answer this, all we need to, as men, we have to define the situation. Do you define the situation of like what are we doing? I mean, of course, it gotta be mutual. It gotta be mutual.
Okay,
like, I guess
it's like how far along do you do that? Do you do that after you guys have like? What if you've hooked up once, you've been on a couple dates, then it's like, okay, now are you gonna pull up the like, what are we? Are we exclusive? Are you gonna like? When do you feel like it's the right time to have that conversation? Then
you know what I can say in this newfound space I am. I don't think there's a right time. Like I say, based off what he's saying, like I think women kind of because I think women take rejection way harder than men do. Like we can take it no time.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
It's like women almost get, not all of them obviously, but a lot of them to be rejected by a dude they really feeling that has hurt them way more than us getting rejected from a girl.
Yeah, because it don't happen as much.
So that's why I think they give us like that role to say, okay, well you advance the relationship, and then once they get comfortable, then they start making their moves. To answer your question, you say when is the right time? I think that's going to be subjective because it depends on whatever time is comfortable for you.
Okay.
Now, the fucked up part about it is it's up to that person who's involved to decide, hey, I know this is what I want from this person. I'm bringing it up and they're bringing it up. Am I willing to play this waiting game? Or I'm going to respect and love myself. You have to say, hey, this is where I'm at in the situation. You either give me this or I'm gone. Okay. And it's fucked up, but that's pretty much ultimatum.
Yeah.
But that's someone respecting themselves.
That is, okay, I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think in general, like as us men, we know what we respect in a woman, what we don't respect in a woman.
That's true.
Like I think we had this conversation before. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. You said if you get it, if it's too easy, you don't respect it. You don't want that.
More or less, yeah.
That's true.
You're the same way. Yeah. You know, I think. Can I say most men now?
I wouldn't say you don't want it, but
I mean, I'm talking about I'm talking about hitting it. Okay, that's something different. But like relationship wise, you know,
if you get too easy, you don't want it.
Like relationship wise, like if you got it really easy, you think that's a person that you want to go into a relationship? No. So it's just like at that point, it comes down to like both people having standards into what they want. But I think this might sound a little bit sexist, but like the woman should have the upper hand with the standard when it comes to her sexuality.
What you mean?
Because if she let you hit really quick and she knows that she wants a relationship with you, she already sees that in your head that she likes you. Okay, let's see where this goes. She just disrespected herself. She just lost it.
But
not every woman though. Not every woman.
Emotions is a real thing, right? But women are emotional creatures.
For sure.
Like she might be that into you. Like you know how much times like I don't even want to say that, but women like they be like
I know what you're trying to say. I know.
Like okay, let's say a woman like. You ever had a girl that you like, oh, well, I don't really do this, and you thinking,
you lying. Oh, I usually don't do this.
But the thing is, sometimes as men. No, but I'm saying, as men, I think, especially if you've been in the situations multiple times, you can take that for granted. Because, like we've discussed before, you can be that nigga. Like, for sure. You smooth with your words, you got your shit together, you got a lot going on. Shawty really feel any more than she would feel any wimble coming away from. So you get the situation a little easier than the average Joe would.
Yeah.
So now you done had this 1, 2, 3 times, you're thinking, oh, this bitch died. You know what I mean? But she actually telling you the truth. But you take it for granted because you done heard it before. You know what I mean?
I heard it too many times.
I'm just saying, bro. I think that situation definitely exists. Where as men, we take that situation for granted because it's like, I heard this before. All y'all be saying, you know what I mean? But either it's us not understanding what we coming with, the power we possess. I don't know how to put it into words in that aspect, but I think it's not lack of respect on some of them. I'm saying some of them for sure, but I'm saying very respectful women cave. If that makes sense.
No, to be honest, if I take religion out of this one when I say this. No, if a woman would say like, look, like you gotta take me out, do this like this, we gotta get to know each other. You don't gotta spend no crazy amount of money on me. I just want to get to know you, but I don't have sex unless I'm in a relationship. That's having a standard of respect for herself. And I would think that okay, she gets some type of morals.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Versus like, as I brought up, you know, it's like that. I got moved by emotions. I let the nigga hit, but I wasn't even sure if I even really liked him. and now I love this nigga, and I see him messaging other girls, and it's like, no, you mine. Like you said, that's toxic. It's like you gotta have something in your mind because if you know that from experience, I don't know which woman we're talking about. Let's just say a girl, she probably don't have a high body count, but that one time she let some nigga hit, she made some bad mistake. Then the next nigga she met you, and she's like, damn, you know what? I learned from that other situation. I need to have some type of boundaries in this, so I don't feel the same way I felt last time. You gotta learn from.
Can I say something to what you said? Why I say that's toxic? That idea of damn, I let this nigga hit, and now you mine, and then they just spring it on you. Why I say let's talk to this. At the end of the day, when you used to being around high value women, or used to getting with high value women,
what's a high value woman?
She wants a high value woman. Yeah. Like I'm gonna say, I guess in this day and age, a woman got her shit together. Some with morals, respect, standards. Everything along those lines.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, like I say,
what's a high value woman to you? I know your answer.
No, a woman that respects herself, first and foremost, and that can mean multiple different things. But that's like the first thing that comes to mind. Respects herself, respects her energy, as in like her feminine energy, which can mean multiple different things. But knows what she wants. Those are the things that come to mind for me. That's like a high value woman.
Sure. I think.
What about you?
I think it can be subjective to each person.
I actually,
for sure. But yeah, I mean, for me personally, very similar things what you said. But I think for me, a godly woman is a high value woman to me.
A godly woman,
like a woman who has like
a God-fearing woman.
Yeah, God-fearing woman is a high value woman to me. But even some that are not are still high value. But I respect that more for me subjectively.
Anyway, but so yeah, back to my point. When you kind of used to a certain caliber woman, like I say, it could be taken for granted, if that makes sense. It's back to what I was saying with, you hear, I don't usually do this, yeah. Like you say, it could be the truth, but you ain't seeing it as that because your past experiences.
And if you really like the girl, should it matter anyways?
No.
What should matter?
That it doesn't matter that she let you, like if you really like her and you find that out, I don't know, let's say 3 months after you've been dating her, but you hooked up with her the first time, are you really now just going to be like, you let me hit the first night, so there's no point in me dating her?
Nah, for sure. I don't think, for sure, like that's a subjective area too. That's what it's like, it's kind of iffy. But it's just like, if it depends on the energy, how she do it at you. Sometimes,
I got a story about
I think honestly, I think to be safe as a woman, I think you gotta have some type of standards in it. I do.
Okay. I got you.
Because you never know what the outcome is going to come. It's like, because you don't know the outcome because you don't really know someone. You let someone get that intimate with you that quick.
Then you're like, she's going to be willing to do this with the next.
You know what I mean? Like, y'all going to break. We're not taking it together. Boom, ruin everything that could have came back because you actually needed a pause. Hopefully, y'all don't have to get in a pause situation. But reality, for some people, these things happen. There's going to be hardships in relationship. That's the burden. That's the turning point for everyone. Like, which make and break them. But we have that in our mind as men, like constantly thinking. I think women probably think the same thing as well. Like, what is he doing while we have some type of hardship? Or he gotta go to his boy house. Is he really at his boy house, or is at Pizza Hut house? You know what I mean? Or Dunkin' Donuts house. You know what I mean?
I got you.
I think the point is like there should be some level of respect.
I got you.
And if you really like her, wait on that joint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if she's worth waiting for, then I think you should.
And you would cherish it more. I think you would cherish it more. Some niggas be like, nah, I need that joint now. I'd be like, this joint you just trying to create it. Already, like, I just only want to hit that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's way different. It's like, you want to rush into that. But it's like, all right, I see the quality of it. You know what? I'm going to try to do this the right way.
Okay, so why did you try to do it the right way? You want to smash it nuts?
You said what?
Why did you try to do it the right way? You want to smash it nuts?
But I can't understand you, bro. You said it.
You're saying like, why you trying to...
How does nigga understand me? You got to understand me.
Because y'all from the same codes. Bro.
I say, why are you trying to... What are you saying? You trying to do it the right way?
You're saying like, while you're trying to find out whether this girl's going to be your wife now, let's say she makes you wait for a month. Let's say you met her and you guys are talking, dating.
Let's make it happen. 3 months.
3 months? It's just making you wait throughout those 3 months? Are you still entertaining other women?
You fucking anything else?
Yeah, you're hooking up with other girls.
What'd you say? I see she's worth it. I'm gonna do it the right way. That's what you just said.
And she's giving you the 90-day rule.
Yeah, I got a phone call. You guys can take it.
I just asked you a question again. Answer my question.
I'm waiting, bro. I'm waiting till marriage.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Hey, cameras make people do some crazy things.
Wait, man. I got a new perspective on life today, bro.
Today?
Yeah, what's today? June 7th, 2024. Yeah,
Part, you heard this?
You like cap?
Yeah, one time.
You looking for that cap? What we doing, man? You want to close it out for us?
I was about to say, I ain't gonna lie, that was a hell of a good talk. Hey, welcome to the Talk with the Boys. I'm Sheldon.
Jello Juice, you know.
Theo.
And them boys toxic.
I'm strong. I gotta give it a go, yeah. I gotta grind. Working for money in the door, yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, put those comments in. Any questions, we appreciate it too.
And what y'all can start doing is commenting topics y'all like us to discuss.
And we'll discuss it for y'all. All right.
I'm strong. I gotta give it a go, yeah. I gotta grind. Working for money in the door, yeah.